Gotham TV series. Abstract. Gotham is an American action crime drama television series developed by Bruno Heller, produced by Warner Brothers Television and based on characters published by DC Comics and appearing in the Batman franchise, primarily those of James Gordon and Bruce Wayne. The series premiered on Fox on September 22, 2014, and concluded on April 25, 2019. The series stars Ben McKenzie as Jim Gordon and David Mazouz as Bruce Wayne. The series was originally intended to focus only on Gordon's early days with the Gotham City Police Department, but they subsequently included the Bruce Wayne character and the origin stories of several Batman villains, including Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze, Hugo Strange, Solomon Grundy, Mad Hatter, Ra's al Ghul, Nyssa al Ghul, Bane, and the Joker. Development for a prequel series based on Batman began in September 2013, with Bruno Heller hired by Fox to serve as a writer and executive producer. In March 2014, Fox originally ordered 16 episodes for its first season before expanding it to 22. Filming primarily took place across New York City. Since its broadcast, Gotham received positive reviews from critics, with many praising the performances, production values and writing. Despite initially high viewership, ratings began dropping considerably throughout the series' run. However, it continued to attract consistent acclaim from critics as the series progressed. In May 2018, Fox renewed the series for a fifth and final season, consisting of 12 episodes, which premiered on January 3, 2019, and concluded on April 25, 2019. Plot. The series follows Gotham City Police Department recruit James Gordon, who is paired with Detective Harvey Bullock to solve crimes in Gotham City. At the time, Gotham's criminal underworld is emerging after the murder of billionaire Thomas Wayne and his wife, Martha, whose son Bruce is in care of their family butler Alfred Pennyworth. In the first season, Gordon and Bullock are tasked with solving the murder of the Waynes. Jim is also aided by detectives Renee Montoya and Crispus Allen, forensics scientist Edward Nygma and district attorney Harvey Dent. In the GCPD, Jim meets and falls in love with Dr. Leslie Tompkins, which angers Jim's ex-fiancée Barbara Keene, who turns into a criminal and attempts to terrorize Jim's life by committing crimes, such as attempting to kill Lee, eventually leading to her arrest while solving his parents' murder. Bruce befriends street orphans Selina Kyle and Ivy Pepper. Meanwhile, crime lord Fish Mooney, Harvey's ex-girlfriend, and gangster Oswald Cobblepot, who finds himself allied with Mooney, are at war with two other crime lords, Carmine Falcon and Salvatore Maroni. In the second season, after the death of Mooney, Oswald takes over Mooney's gang. Theo Gallivan arrives in Gotham, with his sister Tabitha, to run as mayor while in secret. He plans to use his role to gain revenge against the Wayne family. Gallivan kidnaps Bruce, but Bruce is rescued by Jim, Alfred, and Selina with the help of Oswald and his gang. After Jim kills Gallivan, whose body is recovered by Arkham Asylum chief psychiatrist Hugo Strange, who turns Gallivan into the ancient vigilante assassin Azrael, who seeks Jim to kill him for revenge but is blown up by Oswald using a bazooka. Oswald is sent to Arkham, where he discovers a secret facility run by Wayne Enterprises called Indian Hill, where Strange is experimenting on inmates including Oswald and Barbara, who turns them into sane citizens. Jim investigates Indian Hill, which is revealed to be controlled by the Court of Owls. With the help of technical expert Lucius Fox, Alfred and Bruce, Jim shuts down Indian Hill. However, unbeknownst to everyone, a revived Mooney escapes with a bus of monsters created by Strange who now roam around Gotham this year. In the third season, Jim has become a bounty hunter working to track down the escaped monsters. He is confronted by reporter Valerie Vale about his career as a bounty hunter and later goes into a brief relationship before she leaves Gotham this year. Jim attempts to reconcile with Leslie, who is now dating Falcon's son Mario, putting Jim at odds with Monsieur Enigma comes to terms with his alternate personality, the Riddler, and is rivaled with Oswald in the criminal underworld. Jarvis Tetch comes to Gotham to find his sister Alice, who holds a virus that can turn one insane. The GCPD's new captain Nathaniel Barnes was infected by the Tetch virus, turning him into the executioner, whose goal is to execute all criminals but who is stopped by the GCPD. The court grab hold of the virus and use it to infect Gotham. However, Mooney kidnaps Strange to create the cure. Meanwhile, Bruce seeks out Ra's al Ghul, the demon's head. He was told to find a leader of the League of Shadows, who trains Bruce to one day become his heir. Although Bruce is forced to kill Alfred, Ra's tells Bruce to revive him using a mystical well as Ra's flees. In the fourth season, Gordon and Bullock continue to solve crimes in Gotham City. Bruce patrols Gotham streets at night as a masked vigilante. Cobblepot begins a campaign to dominate the city's underworld by profiting off of licensed crime. Enigma finds his mental faculties diminishing as a side effect of having been flash-frozen. Jonathan Crane embraces his role as the fear-mongering scarecrow. Ivy is transformed into a full adult after ingesting drugs from an apothecary. Butch Gilzean becomes the undead Solomon Grundy after his corpse is dumped into a cursed swamp. Sophia Falcon surfaces to reclaim her father's criminal empire. Ra's al Ghul attempts to push Bruce into fulfilling his destiny as Gotham's Dark Knight. And Jerome Valeska forms a cabal of criminals to plunge the city into anarchy. Although Jerome is killed, he manages to drive his twin brother Jeremiah insane by exposing him to Crane's chemicals. Jeremiah and Ra's al Ghul ultimately manage to render Gotham City an evacuated no-man's land. In the fifth and final season, Gordon and his allies work to restore order in Gotham City after it is cut off from the rest of the world and all of the major criminals have each claimed their own territory in the desolate city. Jeremiah attempts to cement his bond with Bruce by reenacting the night of his parents' deaths. Cobblepot and Enigma join forces to escape from Gotham for good, and Barbara gives up a life of crime when she becomes pregnant with Gordon's child after a one-night stand. Leslie later returns and marries Gordon. Politician Teresa Walker seemingly sends the military group Delta Force, led by Gordon's old army companion Eduardo Dorrance, to help the GCPD in their war against the overwhelming criminal populace. After transforming a mortally wounded Dorrance into the superhuman Bane, Walker revealed herself as Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Nyssa, who seeks to destroy Gotham as part of her vendetta against Bruce and Barbara for the death of her father. After Bane's defeat, Gordon is appointed commissioner of the GCPD while Bruce leaves Gotham and promises to return. In the series finale, set 10 years later, Bruce returns to Gotham just in time for Wayne Tower's reopening. Gordon is preparing his retirement until he discovers that Enigma has escaped his imprisonment from Arkham. Monsieur Enigma kidnaps Mayor James with the intention of destroying Wayne Tower. Enigma is then arrested again but is freed by Oswald, who was freed from Blackgate. Bullock frames himself for murder of the guard who broke Enigma out of prison, although Jim frees Bullock and learns that Jeremiah was the true culprit. Jeremiah, who faked his brain-dead state awaiting Bruce's return, kidnaps Jim's daughter Barbara Lee, whom Bruce rescues while wearing a bat-like costume. Later, Jim shines the signal on top of GCPD where he is visited by Bullock and Alfred, who oversee the same bat-dressed vigilante that saved Jim and his daughter, who, unbeknownst to Bullock and perhaps Jim, is actually Bruce. Bruce finally fulfills his destiny and becomes Gotham's Dark Knight. Production. Heller said that he was initially hesitant to do a series about superheroes because he didn't know how to write about people with superpowers. He also stated, "I don't think Bat works very well on TV." Heller's son suggested that the focus of the series should be Commissioner Gordon, and Heller developed the idea of Gordon investigating Bruce Wayne's parents' murder. That idea gave us a starting point and allowed us to tell the saga from a much earlier point than before. On September 24, 2013, Fox announced that it had bypassed the traditional pilot and placed an order for Gotham to be written and executive produced by Heller. Gotham received a series order from Fox on May 5, 2014, with the first season reported to consist of 16 episodes rather than the standard 13 or 22. On October 13, Fox ordered an additional 6 episodes for the show, bringing the first season order to a full 22 episodes. In February 2014, it was reported that production would begin in New York City in March, and filming finished on March 24, 2015, for the first season. On January 17, 2015, the series was renewed for a second season. The show was officially renewed by Fox for a 22-episode third season on March 16, 2016. In May 2017, Fox renewed the series for a fourth season, which premiered on September 21, 2017. On May 13, 2018, Fox renewed the series for a fifth and final season, originally consisting of 10 episodes, then later increased to 12. The season began production in July that year, and premiered on January 3, 2019. Fox Entertainment president David Madden said that the show's production team have masterfully honored the mythology of Gotham and brought it to life with depth, emotion, and memorable high drama. In January 2014, rumors arose that Donal Logue would portray Gordon in the series. Logue denied these rumors via Twitter. Logue was eventually cast as Harvey Bullock. In February 2014, Ben McKenzie was cast as James Gordon. McKenzie had shot a previous pilot with Heller for CBS, which led to Heller writing his characterization of Gordon with McKenzie in mind. Casting Bruce Wayne was challenging in part because, as Heller put it, it's such an important casting and it would have been very dangerous to cast the wrong person, adding that the casting process for Wayne took a lot of negotiation, a lot of back and forth so that everyone was happy and comfortable. In early March 2014, David Mazouz was cast as Bruce Wayne while Cameron Bicondova was cast as Selina Kyle. At the 2014 Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, DC's Jim Cunningham said that Renee Montoya would be a character on the show. In July 2014, it was announced that Graham Revel would be the composer for the series release. The pilot was screened at the Warner Bros. Television and DC Entertainment panel at San Diego Comic-Con International in July 2014. The series premiered on 9 Network in Australia on October 12. In Canada, it is shown in simulcast on CTV and rerun on M3. In New Zealand, it premiered on TV2 on September 28. In the United Kingdom, it premiered on Channel 5 on October 13. The channel also screened the second season, but after failing to screen the third season, it was announced in August 2017 that the season would premiere exclusively on DVD and Blu-ray and be on Netflix from September 1. In Ireland, it premiered on RTE2 on January 26, 2015. In March 2018, it was announced that E4 had acquired the rights to air the fourth season on UK television. In September 2014, Warner Bros. Sold the series' worldwide video-on-demand rights to Netflix. The 100th episode and series finale aired on April 25, 2019. Reception. In early October 2014, market research firm Survata polled more than 1,400 viewers to determine that Gotham was the major TV premiere out of 24 that viewers were most interested to watch that year. In Australia, the first and second episodes received 1.24 million and 896,000 viewers, respectively. The time-shifted broadcasts were watched by 1.43 and 1.03 million, respectively. The Canadian debut got 3.38 million viewers, making it the second most watched telecast of the night and week. The UK premiere was watched by 3.20 million viewers. The airings on the 1-hour and 24-hour time-shift channels were watched by 597,000 and 142,000 viewers, respectively. In New Zealand, it was the most watched programme on the network, with 278,540 viewers. The time-shifted version was watched by 39,580 viewers. Season 1 of Gotham received generally positive reviews from critics. Review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes gives the season a rating of 76% based on 91 reviews, with an average rating of 6.85/10. The site's consensus states, high production values, a talented cast, and an appealingly stylized approach to the Batman mythos help Gotham overcome its occasionally familiar themes. Metacritic gives the season a score of 71 out of 100, based on 34 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. David Hinckley of New York Daily News praised the first episode for playing like a 45-minute movie, with stunning visuals that never feel like a shrunken TV version of the Batman films against which it will inevitably be measured, and lauded Logue's Harvey Bullock as a scene stealer. The San Jose Mercury News' Chuck Barney called the pilot a fun, dark, moody and well-paced first hour, and Mackenzie's James Gordon a commanding lead, while saying Jada Pinkett Smith is an absolute blast to watch. Matt Brennan of IndieWire said that Gotham was the perfect antidote to superhero fatigue, praising the bright, pop-inflected aesthetic, with urban backdrops that appear as though cut out from the panels of a comic book. Jeff Jensen of Entertainment Weekly criticized the first half of Season 1 along with the mid-season premiere. He found the personalities of the most characters already nearly fully formed. All they can become is more or less than what they already are. Jensen added that Gordon not being Gotham's Redeemer hurt the premise of the show and heavily criticized what he saw as the underuse of Jada Pinkett Smith's character. In the end, he does not see Gotham as a show for comic book fanboys, but rather as a post-fanboy or fanboy irrelevant. Oliver Sava of the AV Club lamented that there have been dozens of interpretations of Batman and his city in the 75 years since their creation, and Gotham has trouble finding the right balance of influences. The second season of Gotham received generally positive reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has a rating of 74% based on 15 reviews, with an average rating of 6.58/10. The site's critical consensus reads, While still tonally uneven in Season 2, Gotham is back with a renewed focus, moving away from disjointed case-of-the-week plots into a darker, more stable serialized story. Metacritic gives the season a score of 62 out of 100, based on 6 critics, indicating generally favorable reviews. The third season of Gotham received generally positive reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has an approval rating of 74% based on 9 reviews, with an average rating of 7.4/10. The site's critical consensus reads, "Gotham's third season lets the series' freak flag fly to thrilling effect. But it is far more fun to spend time with the supervillains than virtually any of the other characters." The fourth season of Gotham received generally positive reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has an approval rating of 77% based on 22 reviews, with an average rating of 6.89/10. The site's critical consensus reads, "Though at times suffering from a narrative overload that undermines the drama, Gotham's fourth season ends strong, focusing on Bruce Wayne's transition into the beloved hero its audience awaits." The fifth and final season of Gotham received generally positive reviews from critics. On Rotten Tomatoes, the season has an approval rating of 85% based on 20 reviews, with an average rating of 7.17/10. The site's critical consensus reads, "Gotham concludes in a glorious free-for-all that takes full advantage of the series' dense roster of colorful villains, making for an extended climax that is both daffy and thrilling." Other media. On February 1, 2016, Fox began airing episodes of a 5-part motion comic titled Gotham Stories, meant to tie into the series' second season. On January 31, 2017, the first Gotham tie-in novel was published by Titan. Dawn of Darkness by Jason Starr is described as an official prequel to the TV series, set 2 months prior to the beginning of the series. The following year, another novel was released written by the same author, entitled City of Monsters. The book centered around Gordon during the events between seasons 2 and 3 of the series.